Hi, I'm Burgess. Today I thought I'd go back to my land paintings, doing them every Sunday, and every Wednesday I'm doing other things. So I'm going to paint a landscape here, and I'm going to try and go back to using my paintbrush more often. I just need to get some practice in, I feel. So I'm wetting down the sky area with water. I don't want to saturate it, but let's just wet it down. And I'm going to make the sky very sort of simple. So let's go in with some ultramarine blue, and we'll just do a little bit of sort of lifting. Just put that on cleanly. Maybe should we take this out? Maybe we should take it out because it just sort of gets in the way. I don't mind it going over some of the foliage in the background here. I might actually lift some of it off. I might. I'm not sure about that. So let's just carry on. I might lift it off actually. I want some more in the top there. There. But I'm actually going to lift some of it off from here. Just lift it off. And now I'm going to use the same tissue to just lift off some random cloud patterns. I'm not going to overlift, and really need to press down hard with the tissue. Really need to press down hard. And try to change the tissue, change it to a clean part of the tissue, otherwise it's going to sort of get be put right back on there. Right. And that's what I'm going to do with the clouds and the sky. Now I'm going to leave that now, and what I want is, while it's sort of semi-wet, I'm going to take some lemon yellow, oh sorry, not lemon yellow, it's cadmium yellow, and a bit of leaf green, and it's gonna start merging in, which I don't mind. I'm just gonna put that in all the way across there. And that's gonna be, you can add a bit more leaf green with a bit of blue in there. And what I'm going to do is take a flat brush and put that in at the bottom here like that. Then I want to add some darker color, and what I'm going to do is take another brush, that's the Terry Harrison foliage brush, a little darker, and we can put that in the front. Just to get a bit of variation in the foliage. Those are further back, this is sort of coming forward a little. This picture is from Pixabay, but unfortunately I don't know where it is, the original. I remember a sketch I've done from it, so I can't really, I'm not sure whether I'm getting the elements in the right places. And again, we're going to go back in with the flat brush. I would have preferred my smaller one, but I don't know where it is. And I want to just try and scrape out just a little here. There. And now that that's done, I want to focus on a few other elements there. So let's go back to the paintbrush, and I want to add a line of burnt sienna with a bit of black to that. A little bit darker. Okay, and now let's do the trees first, because there's something I want to add here. The tips of these are meant to be yellow, and if I put them in now, adding the water might cause a bit of an issue. So let's paint the trees first. So we've got some. We're going to try and use the dagger brush. This is the Stephen Coates Pro Arty dagger brush. It's the medium, and with that, I want to paint using burnt umber. It's a really floppy brush, and I find it quite fascinating. They're meant to be used for painting foliage and petals on plants, on flowers, but I'm going to use it for a tree. So let's put some. Oh, I'm getting a bit worried here because I'm not sure how it's going to turn out.
So let's just
I'm not even sure whether I'm using this correctly, but let's just try it. I'm not sure whether I'm using this correctly or putting the right amount of water in. It's rather like the cake brush, really, in a way. I'm going to put foliage on this in a minute, but I don't want to cover it up with foliage completely. That's why I'm putting all these little branches in, and I want to darken the trunk a bit more, actually. Okay. Now that's that distance one. Now what I want to do is, I've got a little sketch here, so I'm sort of working from this crude color sketch. It's really, really crude, actually. It's really, really crude. Okay, so now I want to work on the sort of water here, and for that I'm going to use a little flat brush. Oh, actually, no, let's use the hake brush. We're practicing with the hake today. Yeah, try not to avoid it. I seem to have lost my knack of using the hake, actually, so I don't know why that is. Okay, so first of all, let's just add some horizontal vertical strokes for this sort of land here that we've put in. this sort of, well, it's not even land really, it's just something there. It's a very difficult painting actually, because there's something I'm trying to achieve here with the water. And I want to go back in with that dagger we're going to let that dry. And now what I want to do is take the paintbrush again, and using cadmium yellow, now to be honest with you, I'm not really sure what this is supposed to be. And now what I'm going to do is, with the paintbrush, just go in with some different colors, because I want to paint what looks like sort of rushes here, something like that. Light red to that too. You can add different colors just to give it a variation. Just scrape out a few rocks in the rocks here, and I'm going to do the similar sort of thing here. So let's start off with yellow ochre again. Maybe turn it into a little bit of a sort of a hill. Not so much a hill, but the sort of different sort of grasses. Add some color, light red. Just put some light red in as well. Right over here we can really darken the corners here. A bit more light red. colour's nice, this light red. Like that. And now I'm going to use the dagger again and make a really sort of a strong brown, really strong brown. I'm going to use burnt umber for this, and I'm mixing it with a horrible, you're going to hate this, but I'm going to do it anyway, black. And again, it sort of comes, these trees sort of come off here. Let me just look at the sketch that I made. Sort of come off here. Now I'm going to add foliage to these. So this one sort of comes, sort of, let's put in, I think there's another tree sort of this way as well. The ends of this dagger act a bit like a rigger. Add a bit more, and this way. This one's sort of down here. And we're going to go in with the hake again, and just a few colors, and just bring those to give them a bit of grounding, so they don't look like they're just standing on top of the foliage here. And we can go back in with the scraper. And now we're going to try and make a sort of a light green for the distant. Use the foliator. And we make it a bit darker. I think a bit more. And for this side, we're just going to slap on some dark color, lots of dark color. Let's see how dark it is. Yeah, that's dark enough, but I want to make it darker still. Yeah, that's the sort of color I like. It's a very deep color using using deep green and burnt sienna. And I just want to slap it on. I'm not covering the whole thing. And I think that's about it, to be honest with you. Let's just see if I've got everything correct in there. Let's just go back in. And we can go back in. We can add water just to blend that out a little. Yeah. And finally, just to give those flowers a bit more form. And maybe a little bit of red on top of that. Teensy bit of red. Give them a bit of colour. Go back in for a bit more. And now I'm going to use the rigger to paint one bird in. But you know me, I could do two. Who knows? Yeah. There. Okay, now after removing the tape, I see one glaringly obvious mistake. Now, can you spot it? No? Okay, well, maybe you can. Right, we're going to wet the sky again. Oh, sorry, we're going to wet the water again. Like so. Feel a bit embarrassed now. Very embarrassed, but this might be an exercise in fixing mistakes. Okay, so again, I'm going to use the same brush here, this De La Rowney Aquafine brush. And what I'm going to do is, well, it's not working. Oh, good Lord. I think make it really strong. There's a bit of an error here. We can put that in. We can go back and add. I just didn't notice that. Silly me. I didn't notice it at all. Okay, so that's slightly better, she says. A bit embarrassed. And let's see if I can just add a bit more. There we go. Okay, crisis averted, I think. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment. Do have a go. And see you next time. Thank you very much for watching.